The Lorcana review train is going full speed. We just got 8 cards over the span of one weekend, so let's jump right in. Hey everyone, it's D7 from Mushu Report, and apologies for not having videos over the last 3 weeks. I had an important event to run, then I fell sick after that, but I'm fully back to YouTube and I'm really glad to be back with a whole big bunch of cards to cover, so let's start right away. First up, I woke up on Saturday morning, though it might be late Friday night for many of you, and we got 3 action cards at one go, with Fan the Flames, Break, and If It's Not Baroque. Fan the Flames is really simple. Ready any character of your choice and they can't quest for the rest of your turn at the cost of just 1 ink. You have 2 cards in Ruby that this card is definitely intended for: Aladdin, Heroic Outlaw, and Mulan. For Aladdin, you want to gain lore by challenging and banishing your opponent's characters anyway, so Fan the Flames, let him challenge again in a single turn. Mulan, however, gets the most mileage out of this. If you get the challenge and banish twice in the same turn, every other character now gives you an additional 2 lore instead of 1. Exerting for 3 or more lore for every character is definitely awesome. Ruby Ink aside though, another great card to use this on is cards that need to exert for their abilities, such as Tinkerbell, Tiny Tactician, and Elsa Snow Queen, since Fan the Flames will let you use their abilities again. The second action card we got is Break, which is a much needed card to handle item decks. Sure, previously we had Beast Hard-Headed, but he's a 5 ink card, which meant that he was the only card you got to play for the turn most probably. Break is a 2 ink cost card that simply banishes any item of your choice and a nice simple tech card that you can play in any deck running Steel Ink. The last action card we got is If It's Not Baroque, and I think that this one is just way too expensive for me. 3 ink cost, it's not inkable, and it only puts an item card from your discard back to hand. Maybe it could be considered if we got more item cards like Frying Pan, which had to banish itself, and they had abilities that made it much more worth it. But for now, I don't really expect people to play this card. Moving on, let's check out the cards from the pre-launch event. You have not yet heard, an event was held in Germany on Saturday where content creators got to speak to Lorcana co-designers Ryan Miller and Steve Warner and got introduced to the design philosophy behind Lorcana by creative director Shane Hartley. There's a lot of cool stuff that was shown at the event, and the pictures are all up on mushureport.com thanks to people like Whippet and Artem, so head over to check it out if you haven't seen it yet. With that said, we've also got 4 cards revealed to us at the event, starting off with another Maleficent. Currently, I have translated names for all the cards we got from the event, but just take note that these are the German versions only, so the cards and ability names are translated, though their abilities should be accurate. Now, this is the 5th Maleficent we got, and she's really simple. Maleficent Uninvited has no abilities, but she's one of the cheapest cards that has 3 lore, only matched by Moana. She however has 3 strength instead of 1, which I really prefer since Moana gets banished too easily with nothing much to show for it since she only has 1 strength. So it's really easy for your opponent to send all their characters to challenge and take up Moana once she's exerted without losing any of their characters. Maleficent Uninvited may have the same 6 willpower just like Moana, but at 3 strength, she should at least make your opponents lose some of the characters that challenge her. Next up, we have Prince Philip, who's a dragon tamer, slayer. Well, the translation states tamer, but I believe the English name will probably end up as Dragon Slayer in the end. Prince Philip is kind of the opposite of Cheshire Cat, where if he challenges a character and gets banished in the challenge, the opposing character will get banished as well. Now with Cheshire Cat, you get to just exert every turn for 2 lore until your opponent gets rid of it, but with Prince Philip, you'll need to actively consider if you challenge or quest, since his ability won't trigger if he's banished when your opponent challenges Prince Philip. Now the difference is your opponent will choose which characters is banished when challenging Cheshire Cats, while you decide which character is banished when you challenge them with Prince Philip. You pay 1 extra ink, and Philip cannot be put in an inkwell for that benefit though, so overall I think he's a decent card to definitely consider adding to Amber decks. There's also the Musketeer Tabar, which is a really interesting card if you love the bodyguard keyword. If any of your characters with bodyguard are banished, you draw 1 card directly. Currently, we only have 4 characters with bodyguard, and I think this card at 4 cost is kinda expensive. However, we are due to get Donald Duck Musketeer, hopefully the missing Musketeer, who might also have bodyguard. And we draw anytime a character is banished, not just in the challenge. So if we get a few more characters with bodyguard that we can build a deck around, then this could turn out to be a pretty nice card to build a deck for. Second last card, we got Aladdin Street Rat. or Street Boy if you prefer Google's translation. This Aladdin has the exact same ability as Rapunzel, meaning that he reduces one law directly from your opponent. The best part about all this, of course, is he is a Ruby Aladdin, meaning you no longer have to play Emerald with Ruby if you want to shift directly into Aladdin Heroic Outlaw. So sure, Aladdin Street Red doesn't have great stats since it's only 2/2 for 3 costs, but you're probably going to want to shift him away directly into Heroic Outlaw anyway. Overall, an okay Aladdin if you want to play Heroic Outlaw for sure. And the final card shown in this event, well, it's not much of a show, kind of more like Ryan Miller flashing the card at us during the video call as we can't really see the proper name of the card just yet. That said, it's pretty clear that this is a Ruby Ink Minnie Mouse and she has similar stats to Olaf, where she's a 1-cost character with 1/3 stats most probably. Overall, a decent card which gives Ruby players another 1 ink option to choose from aside from Sergeant Tips. And that's all the cards we got over the weekend. I must say I really enjoyed the much more consistent news drop recently, especially since the new Disney Lorcana community manager is really active and just overall awesome to chat with. I'm having a really busy time updating the wiki and website, but I really enjoy getting all these card reviews for sure. Check out all these 120 cards that we actually have. Assuming that these news drop regularly, I plan to do a regular news update video at least twice a week from next week onwards, so do subscribe so you don't miss out. I'll also resume regular videos every week where I plan to do a massive roundup of all the cards that dropped over the past 3 weeks while I was away with my thoughts on them, so look out for that. Also remember me saying that I'll go into triple sleeving? Well, Dragon Shield's outer sleeve is finally out and I plan to do a sleeve update video soon, so look forward to it. Thank you everyone for staying with me and see you in the next video. This is D Simon from Mushu Report, signing out.